Now, the federal government has allocated a sum of 10 billion naira in the 2025 approved budget for the installation of a solar mini-grid at the presidential villa. The move comes amid increasing electricity tariffs and widespread power outages, which have sparked concerns about the government's trust in its own electricity policy and priorities. This follows an increase in the overall budgetary allocation to the State House headquarters, which rose from 47.11 billion naira in the initially proposed 2025 budget to 57.11 billion naira in the approved version. The additional 10 billion naira was traced to a jump in capital expenditure, which moved from 33.55 billion naira to 43.55 billion naira. A breakdown of the new capital items reveals that the increase was solely due to the planned solar project titled Solarisation of the villa. Now, to further discuss this, I am joined by Dr. Femi Egbesola, President, Small Business Owners of Nigeria. Dr. Egbesola, thank you so much for joining us. Now, with Nigeria's crippling electricity deficit, when many Nigerians and businesses struggle with frequent power outages and high electricity tariffs, do you think that the 10 billion naira allocation for the presidential villa's solar mini-grid is a misplaced priority? And what alternative solutions would you propose if you think so?
For us, we understand that the security and stability of Aso Rock and of government is very, very important, and that electricity plays a key role in that. But even as at that, we see it at this time as a misplaced priorities based on the realities we have in the country. So many businesses are suffering. Many of them are dying because of electricity issues. So we believe that it is not about just installing electricity or solving electricity issue in just the villa, but about the nation. The priority of the nation should come first before any other thing. Yes, it is being brandished that it is an international practice that even in the US, the White House is being powered by solar. But you come to understand that that is a backup. That is a backup. It's not the main power generating system. But over here now, it means that government is trying to shift from the electricity generation system that we're used to solar. What happens to other users of electricity? It means that government may not really be serving the nation, but self-serving, which to us is not the best at this time.
Right. Now, as the president of Small Business Owners of Nigeria, what impact do you think that this project will have on the perception of government's commitment to addressing the electricity needs of ordinary Nigerians and of small businesses?
Yes, one of our key challenges in the MSME ecosystem has always been power supply electricity issue. Over time, it has been there as a recurring decimal. Some few months or so ago, electricity tariff hike up, increasing the burden on MSMEs. And that has even sent some businesses to their grave. And to us, it's not the best for the economy. And coming to having a budget of about 10 billion naira to fix electricity, we believe that this will absorb a lot of mini solar grid in a lot of numbers of communities that will have resuscitate businesses in those areas rather than concentrating it on just one particular building, even if it is a presidential building. And we also believe that government should be more focused on solving electricity issues one and for all for everyone in the country, not just for the elites or for those who are governing the country. We also believe that if government decide to begin to use solar, it means that they will not feel the heat that we are feeling and may not be ready enough to provide workable solutions to solve electricity issues in Nigeria. If government cannot pay the bills of electricity and have to run to solar, how then can the common man on the street pay the bill? How then can businesses thrive with the current electricity issues that we have in the country? It is a challenge that we must face equally, and government must be ready to put everything into it to resolve the issue so that businesses can grow, economy can thrive, and not the Aso Rock alone having the field day while others suffers the brunt.
Okay, so what message would you say that this project sends to business communities about the government's priorities when it comes to the businesses themselves and even the country at large? And how can the government rebalance its priorities to better support economic growth?
For us, it seems as if the government is insensitive to the plight of the common man on the streets, particularly for some of us who are in the small and micro, small and medium-sized businesses who are able to lend electricity. It also translates to mean that perhaps there is a lot of non-transparency in the process, because we are not aware who is bidding for what, how much is what is costing, and all of that. And that brings to us a lack of confidence in governance, which may not be too good for us. We believe that government should be ready to solve our problems all in the sense that it is better for us to look at workable solutions this time that can stop electricity quagmire that we have in the country, whereby everybody benefits from our own money, solving our own problem collectively, rather than in one sector. It also sends a signal that it is an elitist idea or elitist solution to the current problem that we are facing. We want a situation whereby government will be ready to fund communities, fund hospitals, fund schools and all of that, to be able to have access to affordable and frequent electricity supply. That's the only way to go. We must ensure that everyone is brought to speed to ensure that we all have electricity to power businesses, to power our homes, to power our schools, our hospitals, and all of that. It's one of the major amenities that we all need, and government must be very strategic about it. Solving it in one very minute way and leaving the larger percentage of the country to face the brunt will not be the best at this time, and we do not really support it.
All right, Dr. Femi Egbesola, President of Small Business Owners of Nigeria, thank you so much for joining us and discussing this development with us, and we'll see how that turns out.
Thank you very much for having me.